Welcome to the best historical mustaches, brought to you by your boy, Occultus Peace Malleus. First off, let's begin by saying a brief history of mustaches. I didn't look it up, so you're just gonna have to look it up yourself if you really care, so... Yeah! First off is the very angry man himself, Adolf Meatlark. His mustache is just weak. It is pathetic. It is absolutely atrocious. It is just small. It is weak, and it makes him look weak himself. The bad man that he is also ruins the mustache. It can no longer be worn. You'll never see this mustache again, and that's entirely his fault. It also makes him look angry. It highlights his angriness. But most importantly of all, Charlie Chaplin wore it better. He's a complete F tier. There he is. Look at him smug down there. Idiot. Number 2 is the Joseph of the Stalin. It makes him look commanding. It exaggerates his facial features. It's intimidating, but also compassionate. However, it was even more pronounced when he was younger, meaning it's not going to fall off. It's a solid A tier. Ho Chi Minh of North Vietnam. It makes him look wise. It almost makes him look like he's like a grandpa type figure. Like we gotta go visit him in the home, and he's gonna be talking about his war stories and stuff. However, it could have gone further. It's very small. It's very small. And it's too close to being a beard. C tier. Next up is Ambrose Burnside. It straight up rejects being a beard. But it's bold, and it gives him a sort of vibe of saying, I can and I will beat you up. But it is ultimately a bit goofy. B tier. Salvador Dali himself. It's adaptive, very, very, very capable. It's perfect for him. He's a very eccentric type person. You can see he had his little, like, ocelot kind of thing there. It's very impressive. Honestly, it is a very admirable mustache. It is the strive that everyone should push for in a mustache. This unique, powerful statement with his mustache. It is unique, yes. S tier. Solid S tier. William Howard Taft. Ex-number president of America that only was like president for like a week, but he was supposedly one of the smartest presidents we've ever had. It's very classic. It's a very classic mustache. It's very commanding, and it has a very diverse usage. It can make you seem very wise. It can be, you know, you can use it to threaten. You can use it to be kind of like, hey, I'm chill, dude. But it's overdone. It is very overdone. Solid B tier. Groucho frick, I messed up. Well, we might as well skip through this. Overdone, it's goofy, and it's iconic, which is why it's not an F tier, but Perry wore it better. You can see Perry the Platypus there. I don't know what all this writing is, but it's the only picture I could see of that scene that was too lazy to go and get it from the actual show. Yeah. Hulk Hogan. He's not historical. What the frick is he even doing here? It just makes him look like a massive jerk. He looks like a motorcycle club wannabe. And WWE is just plain fake, but also is that stash. What the heck are you doing here? F tier. It's Borat, the classic Kazakhstan reporter himself. Yakshamaj. He's from Kazakhstan. His life. I forgot I was supposed to be talking about his mustache. C tier. Einstein, my man. Makes him look older, but it also makes him look wiser. And it started that standard idealized professor look that we see in all of media. However, his mustache is just as boring as E equals MC squared to the common person when you actually try to explain to them that it's super simple, no matter what the frick it is. It's so easy. All it means is energy mass times the speed of light squared. It's so simple.
I mean, technically, that's not even the equation, though.
I know, but it's just so simple. But then when you try to explain to them that it's so simple, they just go the entire time. It's sad. Okay? It's sad. B tier. Next up is Trotsky, I forget his position, but he was part of the Lenin's cabinet during the Soviet Revolution, and he was a major figure, and he was one of the successors that was going to be taken over if it wasn't for Stalin. And this theorized that Stalin actually forged his way into being his power. Instead, Lenin was going to choose Trotsky. So, it makes him look a little bit crazy. His mustache there is a bit wild. However, it makes him also look like Lenin, and that means he's a copycat. It does come off as a little bit intimidating, though, but it does make him a little bit angry. B tier. Paul von Hindenburg, president of the Weimar Republic, i.e. the one that was so filled with hyperinflation in the after the end of World War I. So hyperinflation was so ridiculous, and sorry, the prices just changed. I forgot to check, and now my bread's now going to cost me about 10 billion paper marks, and I forgot what you were even talking about. Yeah. Hindenburg von Zeppelin. That mustache is straight up fire. Look at that mustache. It is great. However, it's too fire for its own good. I'm just kidding. It's a Zeppelin. What do you think I'm insane? I just put a picture over it. It actually wore a beard. F tier. Next up is Mark Twain, the classic American writer. It makes him look very wise. And Einstein ripped it off, but he so does it better. Look at it, it's just majestic. But it's very intimidating, and it's a classic Victorian schoolmaster look. He basically spawned that whole Victorian schoolmaster ideology, which makes me think he's just gonna beat me with a cane for saying something stupid, and I don't like that. So quite frankly, I'm gonna knock him from S tier to A tier. There you go. Teddy Roosevelt. It makes him look very macho. It makes him look also very approachable, just like a teddy bear. But it even complements his glasses. A tier. Frederick Douglass. He's a cool dude, yeah. One small problem. It's not even a mustache. It's a beard. Why is he in here? I don't have any idea. F tier. This absolute unnamed legend. I have no idea who he is, but I came across this picture on the internet. Just look at his mustache. Just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it. It's perfect. It's perfect. SS tier. Next up, we have Wyatt Earp. It makes him look intimidating, but he would win in any fight. Any fight. I'll be a Huckleberry. Makes you think of the old Wild West. But it hides the fact that he had no mouth, but he must scream. S tier. Hold on, let me, I'm getting a call from my lawyer here for a second, hold on. Yeah? Oh. We can't do that? Why can't we do that? Why? Okay, fine, I'll change it. I'll change it in the spot. Is that okay? Alright, fine. Okay, there was a slight error here. Let me just fix that really quick. Yeah, well, wonderful entertainer Disney. There we go, okay. I'm sorry, don't read that. It looks like he's gonna give you a raise, yeah. Yeah, his mustache looks like he's gonna give you a raise. Don't read that either. It gives all his money to charities. Yeah, he gives all his money to charities. Yes. Don't hold on. All right. Yeah, he couldn't have bought a better one. Yeah, there we go. Don't read that. Just don't read that. Just nothing. It has nothing to do with jars. Okay. But yeah, there we go. Perfect. Don't look up. Sorry, wrong spot. There we go. Next up we have Elon Musk. He's worshipped by the worst drivers on the road and crypto bros, which kind of knocks him down by quite a bit. So, you know, like, which is kind of sad because it makes him look very sophisticated. It even generates lightning. I mean, what else could you want in a mustache? It generates lightning, it's sophisticated, but it even makes him look smart. But the worst part is that first one, and it knocks him down to an A tier. Che Rivera. It just makes him look like he loves to go have tea with his grandma. It makes him, he feeds the homeless, but he would never hurt a fly or any laws or any government positions or any people in government powers or anything like that. And he looks like just like a total sweetie. C tier. Qi Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, who allegedly died by mercury that he was told that would make him immortal. The mustache very complements the beard. It works together. It looks very nice. But it also looks very shiny and smooth. But according to the legend, he might have even had some sort of secret recipe or something. I don't know. It says something about being like silvery and making the mustache look also silvery as well, and it was like very fluid or something. I don't know, but people have been searching for this recipe for hundreds of years, and no luck. It gives him authority, and it makes him look mad though. So, B tier. Emperor Hirohito. It complements his little baby face. But unfortunately, it makes him look like he could only take one hit. But he would act like he could take many's until he was hit again. So, yeah. It also makes him look kind of confused. but it is a very efficient mustache. Very easy to keep up in the morning. You would just wake up and just put a little dab of water and it goes perfect. D tier. Sun Tzu. As Sun Tzu once said, I have the best mustache ever, and none will ever be better. And I'm not going to argue with Sun Tzu himself, so... And as Sun Tzu once said, only fools madmen argue with me. And I, quite frankly, am no fool or madman. So we're going to put him up here with this legend up here. There we go. The Mona Lisa. It's a solid stash. Straight up is. Look at it. Straight up solid. It's eccentric. And it distracts away from the massive forehead. However, might just be a theory here. But I think it's fake. So we can't rank it that high because I fear that it be fake and I don't want to take away from actual mustaches. So we're going to knock it down to a D tier. Side note, Nathan, education from beyond this PowerPoint. This is actually an actual artwork called LHOOQ, which means something in French or sounds like something in French that is something along the lines of her fine rear. And it's actually a it's a piece of a art movement called Dadaism, which basically is anti-art. One of the prime things of Dadaism is a urinal. A literal urinal. Just tilted slightly to make it look like it's a new piece. And it's just a massive, it's a massive comedy bit against art. So, it's, yeah, slight note. There we go. Next up, we have possibly the worst killer of World War I, Commander Whiskers. Commander Whiskers was responsible for the worst charge of the Allies into the German trenches, with over 5,000 people dead within the first hour of the assault, and another 10,000 more in the next hour. Ultimately, by the end of it, 15,000 people would be dead by his command in the end of the day. However, overall, in the end of the war, he's possibly responsible for over 100,000 deaths of Allied soldiers. He is the single worst killer of Allied soldiers on the Allied side. However, it looks like he will bravely follow you into battle, lead you into battle, sorry. But he would not go with you because he's too busy sucking tea back in the trench. But he will never stop barking orders at you. But he is the loyalist commander in the army, and you gotta respect him for that. Ultimately, he's a C tier. Next up, we have Master Cold War Assassin himself, John Wick. It's useful for spying on Soviets, which he did use it for. But little known fact about his beard is that it actually is bulletproof. It gives him a classy but rough look, which is nice. But it also makes him look like he will secretly screw you up at any moment. Which is also why I'm giving him an A tier out of fear of what else he would do if I give him anything lower. So, yeah, A tier. Otto von Bismarck, the founder of Germany. He's called the Iron Chancellor. They say that he's called the Iron Chancellor, right? But secretly, it's because his beard, his mustache is made of metal. It makes him look like a concerned grandpa, which is what he uses to hide his true emotions of anger, madness, and all the other things. And it makes him turn into his... It is also home to a conservative caterpillar, which sometimes turns him into being real politique, which is basically terms for switching political opinions every 5 seconds. S tier. Next up, we have famed actor or something, William Shakespeare. Shakespeare. I hate that dude. Screw him. Next up, we have your mom. Your mama's mustache is just so ugly, it makes her look good. Your mama's mustache is so big that when she shaves, it fills the Great Lakes. Your mama's mustache is so nasty that you could see layers of bacteria in it. F tier. Next up, we have Kaiser Wilhelm. He's just trying too hard. It straight up is trying way, way too hard. It is the sole reason why the Germans lost World War I. So, but great mystery of history is that is his mustache painted on? We will never know. And is it trying to be a W for Wilhelm? F tier. Kaiser Waluigi. Wah! 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 Next up, we have the famous Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. I was sitting back relaxing and acting all cool and shooting some b-ball outside the school. There were a couple guys, they were up to no good because it started causing trouble in the neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and she said I'm moving with Auntie and Uncle Bel-Air. It's the kind of mustache that says, I don't regret anything, but you know he did it. It tries to be memorable, but it just isn't. But it's just meh overall. Next up, we have the RMS Titanic. It acted as the mustache acted as a life raft when the Titanic sank. But it was ultimately damaged by an iceberg somehow. I don't know anything about that. But the mustache has never been found. And it's become the standard of modern ships ever since. S tier. Next up, we have famous Australian outlaw Ned Kelly. Known for literally robbing Australian wealthy people and then giving it to the poor. Partially, but also being not a good individual. It's kind of complicated, but he's most famous for something we'll talk about here in a second. I know it's a beard, but it's perfect for fitting into a bulletproof armor that was forged in the backwoods of an Australian wilderness. So, gotta hold it out. You gotta respect it somehow. I don't know. Oh, I accidentally hit me. Okay, good. But it is unique in this presentation because it's the only one that is always upside down. And it's also very curly. Look at it. B tier. Next, we have famed Cold War spy Finn McMissile. It's very stylish, it's very discreet, perfect for being a spy, and it's the second best car secret agent, so he must know what he's doing. It's very unique, but it is still the same as all the others. Just like the style. C tier. Next up we have Steven Seagal. Wait, that's a beard? And it's Steven Seagal. He's just evil, bad, and dumb at everything he tries to ever do, ever. If you ever want to see some awful stuff, look up anything that he's actually done in his life. So screw him. Jeff! Classic Jeff. All my homeboys know Jeff. Jeopardy! The Jeff Miser. Jeffus Massacus. Jeff tier. Hey Nathan, do you have milk? Do you got milk?
I do have milk.
Well, it's a simple mustache. It's elegant. And it's edible. And it goes great with good looking cookies. It's A tier. So, this is our final tier list. We have all our favorite characters on here. We have everything from S tier to Jeff tier. We have come through a massive journey along the way, and I'm proud, and I'm so happy. I'm glad that we did this journey. Do we have any questions?
Do you have a source page?
If you would please, Mr. Professor OP from the start, could you please look under your chair for something green?
Is it necessarily under my chair?
Yeah, it is. You should find it particularly up in the groove of the chair.
I'm sitting on a sofa, so I'm unsure what the groove of the chair is.
I mean, like the cushion, the cushion.
Nope, don't see anything.
Ah, frick. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna fail this, aren't I? Well. Well, before we go and see how badly I did,
Something in a green bag here.
oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay.
It appears to be a Kindle.
Yeah. Kindle, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, before we go, I have one last thing to show you. But I'd like to thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I gotta get out of here before you realize that I stole something. So Nathan, what do you think of my presentation?
Was nice. However, given the criteria on the rubric,
Yeah?
some less than ideal.
I thought you found the green thing though.
I did find the green thing, but
Yeah?
it is a respectable establishment, so there's only so many things I can do.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no!
5 minutes, and you went a little bit over. It was about 30 minutes. So,
Oh, hold on. I forgot to add. Hold on, let me just. On there. Okay. Oh, there. I didn't mean to add the 5. Okay. There. I mean, like. I did good, right? Okay. Like,
right?
yeah, I see you found the green thing.
So, let's see.
Bribery works again, boys. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that actually fucking worked.
That is 84%. So, good job.
Yeah.
I don't really know what it has to do with ancient Romans, but might as well.
I see you fill out my name there.
Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah, you gotta do this properly. No! I get doxxed!
Yep, you're getting doxxed. Oh, what was it? Let's see.
I did a cultist piece malleus.
How did you put it?
A cultist piece malleus. Hold on. If you're looking at hold on. You can still see it, right?
Let's see. Yeah, I can see it.
There you go. Oh my gosh, that presentation went over so much better than what I was expecting.
Yes, it was quite long. Also, Tesla being in there but not getting its name did take off a couple points, so...
You mean that's Elon Musk, right?
Maybe.
He owns the Tesla company. He makes those weird cars and stuff. Has something to do about going to space or something. I don't know anything about it. Space of like electricity, flying from like a ball of coils or something like that. I don't know anything about that at all. I don't know anything about that. That's not my whole ordeal or even related to my major in college at all. So. Like I said, I made this when I was freaking procrastinating doing something. I just had so much fun doing this. So Nathan, how's your day going?
Been going pretty good. Haven't really done much.
I finally got a job today.
Huh?
I finally got a job today.
Nice. Where are you working?
I will be working at the museum.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple times.
Yeah, it's really cool. I am going to be operating the planetarium there.
Nice.
Yeah. I am crazy physics man. This has been craziness. Anything else you want to say, Nathan?
I do not believe so.
Yes.